Hello everyone, this is an introduction to my channel. This is my 1987 Chevrolet S10 Blazer. It is a Tahoe trim if that matters to anyone, which I doubt because all the trims are basically the same, same for color. Anyways, I noticed on YouTube, and I've been on YouTube for a very long time, I've always loved these little S10 square bodies, and there's a severe lack of content regarding the four-wheel drive versions. If you look up a V8 swap, LS swap, anything, it's always a two-wheel drive, and if it is a four-wheel drive, it's either not good quality or they don't talk about it really at all. This, for any kind of backstory, this is my first car. Her name is Velma. She is a 1987 S10 Blazer, as I already said. Basically stock everything. I do have a upgraded shift kit in the transmission. But that's basically it. Everything else is bone stock. Oh, I guess trans cooler, but that doesn't really count. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do this thing. I have owned it since 2009. It's my first. I've probably put well over 100,000 miles on it. I believe it's sitting somewhere around 270,000 some odd miles. This is the second engine. This engine is it's a 2.8 V6 out of a 91. Pickup, also an automatic, so it doesn't have the camshaft issues that the earlier generations did. The original engine hydro-locked because that happened before I owned it. This is originally my dad's car. It was his off-road toy, so it's seen a very heavily abused life. And even before my stepdad owned it, or my dad I should say, it was abused decently heavily by the original owner as well, who was one of our next door neighbors out in my hometown. So yeah, anyways, this series is going to be going based off of everything like that. I'm going to take you off the tripod here and take you around to show you more on the vehicle itself. Alright, so as you can see, I have had to do some work up front here. This is because the original owner had cut the fenders and quarters to have a set of Bushwhacker fender flares put on it. I will post a picture of what it used to look like with those on. That's why these fenders are replacements, because I really like I'm really trying to go back for an OEM look. As you can see back here, rear quarters have been cut. They're exposed right now. Even with those Bushwhacker flares, you do not have to cut the body, but for whatever reason he decided to do it, even though it gained him no advantage. So yeah, replacements of the quarter panels on both the back are going to happen, hopefully this summer. As you can see, some body work has been done on the back of this. I have no idea when, but I'm expecting there to be rust all on the side of the bottom of here, and up there as well. Nothing is visible from the outside, but again, I just assume it's just easier that way. Here over this last summer, I got the trailer wiring harness installed, a little plug and play unit up inside there. Previous people, I'm assuming original owner, because my dad never towed anything with this, but spliced into the taillight harness, so I had to fix and repair all of that and then actually add the plug and play kit to this. This is now fully functional. I also installed this hitch. I do plan on pulling it off and restoring it at some point in time, just to make it look better. Yeah. Yeah, there go panels. This door at some point in time, the original door, no idea. I've never had the original door on here. This is the third door on the passenger side, because the door they replaced it with was a later design. I think it was an early 90s version. So the interior structure of the door and how everything mounts, like door cards and everything, was wrong. So this is an actual first gen inner door skin that actually matches on both sides. All these doors are not interchangeable, even though they look the same. You have to check the inner skins on the inside for like the window motor mounting, as well as where all the holes for the door cards go, because they are different. People ask me about this date a lot. It gets a lot of looks when I'm driving around town. This is literally junkyard fenders. If you've been to a junkyard, you know what this means. These were literally sitting on the ground, next to a truck, and they were perfect other than that paint. So I just picked them up and walked away. Same with the glass in that door, actually. I replaced it because the old one was destroyed, and that glass was literally sitting on the seat of the same truck. So I just picked it up while I was at it because it's perfect glass. Here, a few years ago, I did do all the weather stripping around the doors, inner and outer seals, the actual inner piece right here, as well as the plastic clips go inside the glass to locate it in the channel, as well as the door jambs themselves. So you take you over this side, and I'll show you the interior. And I still have the original key. That problem is the door switch down here. I'm still trying to source seals for it, but it just stays on. I think it's got a grounding issue, I'm not terribly sure. It's really annoying. So actually, to avoid that, I'm going to unlock the passenger side door over there and just have that one open, and then I'll show you. Head on around to the side. Alright, so as you can see, I have my door handles are off, as well as all my switches. Power door lock switches on these never seem to last, and I'm still on the hunt for a suitable replacements for them, as well as I have a window switch. I just need to replace this motor in here in the door, so that's why it's not fully assembled. I don't ever have passengers, so yeah. Disregard that wiring. I'm still, again, pulling out. I thought I got all of it, but apparently all the old speaker wiring and stuff from the cassette Blaupont radio from 10 years ago, I still found another one. This is actually yesterday when I found that, so I just yanked it out. It's not connected to anything, and it's spliced under there to something, so I need to pull the dash apart and figure out what that is and fix it. But yeah, this is a factory four-wheel drive vehicle, NP207 transfer case 28V6. Still have all the original gauges and everything like that. I still need to do the door handle modification to the actual, these right here, and I will show in a later video how to actually make these to where you can mount them and you don't rip these off the door over time, because there's a modification to do that. Here's the back half. Discard the parts, that's for my Subaru next to it. But yeah, all original interior. And I will be doing the headliner at some point in time here soon, hopefully. Once the weather warms up. It's about 40 degrees out here, and it was raining this morning, so yeah. Still original full flat seats. I'll go ahead and lock this again. But yeah, basically my plan for this channel is to document the build for myself, as well as for anyone out there who maybe wants to do something similar. I know a lot of people do the two-wheel drive route because it's much simpler. You can buy bolt-on parts. They're lighter. But for those of us like me who want to either do an all-wheel drive swap or retain four-wheel drive, or whatever reason, doesn't really matter, track use or off-roading, overlanding, whatever you want to do, these vehicles can be had for very cheap. Most of the time, some people think they've got gold nuggets, but they can be had for very cheap, and you can do a lot with them, especially if you're willing to do some fabrication. Here last summer I picked up a welder, so I'm hoping to get some stuff done on this. I've already done a little bit of welding I just put a replacement exhaust in it. It's the first time it's been truly quiet since I've ever owned it. So it's been a mid-downturn just past the rear door, or the front doors, the entire time I've owned it, so it's been like deafeningly loud. But yeah, this is just a simple video for update on that, and I will see you guys in the next one.